Alright, so I just got requested to pretty much explain how I got this little furry guy up here. Basically, it's the camera I use when I'm riding my bike. It's the Yi 4K. Um, I was planning on doing they have a little script hack that allows you to record at a higher bitrate. And because right now by default it records at like 60 megabytes per second, whereas the Sony is that FDRX 300, 3000, whatever. Sony's like $350 action cam records like 100, and it looks better than both the GoPro and the Yi. But hopefully that little edit will change this, and I should probably go about doing that soon. But anyway, to make this little part up here, literally, oh, some hair's coming off, but whatever. Oh, literally, I took 3M tape, the little double-sided gray sticky tape that really adheres when you heat it up. That's why part of this is coming off, because I didn't really get to heat this up, but it's held on pretty well. I have 2 videos up so far. One of them is with this on after, the other one is without it, and there's a noticeable difference, like noticeable. It's like you can clearly hear how much the wind noise has cut down. But yeah, basically it was a little furry microphone cover. I spent like, I didn't spend that much. It was, what was it? It was like $6. I got like 3 for $6, and I literally just cut it in half. And I cut it in half, and I put there's 2 mic ports on this, and I basically put like a rectangle around both of them. So there's one, I put one like one around this one, like a rectangle around here, and then another rectangle around the other hole. And yeah, and then I just the mic that I cut in half, I just kind of just shoved it on, like I just stuck it on right on top, just to keep it intact, and so it allow it to do what it does, aka block wind noise. So yeah, that's how I made the little custom furry fuzzy dead cat. And one thing I will say, as far as the recording options on the camera, like the audio options, the wind, like the wind mode, I believe it's just like a mono input, like as far as audio goes. And in stereo, obviously, is going to be both of the microphone ports. I've found that in stereo, a motorcycle noise is too high. Maybe if I put the mic on low, it might help it. I don't know. But then when you turn the volume down, it sounds like it's taking in so much noise. It's unable to like process it, and it kind of gets like not exactly washed out. But you know how you have something way too loud, and it just kind of just starts to like wash out. It's too buzzy sounding. I don't know how to really explain it. I don't know the proper term. But the stereo with my motorcycle is like the exhaust is too loud for the stereo to take it, whereas using your voice in stereo is fine. You know, not saying that, you know, it sounds absolutely horrible. I just think it just sounds too loud. Whereas in mono, with just the one mic, you kind of get the same noise that I actually hear. Whereas stereo, it just sounds like it's just too much. It sounds like it's bouncing off of itself, kind of, and just like amplifying it way too high. I'll try again in stereo with like a low mic, and maybe that'll balance it out. But yeah, mono and high with like riding on a bike is the way to go with this camera, at least. I don't know what people do with the 4K Plus. I don't know how that's going. I've been checking out some videos. They look cool. But I also saw that there are like a lot of issues with the SD cards, and I don't have that here. I will say that one day on a really hot day, this decided it didn't want to. It decided it wanted to kind of freeze for a second. Like I guess just sitting in the sun baking, it kind of overheated and just kind of froze. That was the only time it ever happened. Normal days is cool, but that day it was like 85, and it was literally just in the sun, plus it was on my bike, and I was just sitting in traffic, and it just decided, hey, I'm too hot, I'm gonna turn off. So yeah, I just wanted to throw that in there. But yeah, the dead cat definitely cuts down on wind noise if that was an issue for you, if you're like skiing, snowboarding, motorcycle, bike, car, whatever. This this, you need to do this, or it just sounds horrible, you need this. If you put in like a waterproof casing, you can kind of just shove it around all the casing and keep that noise out. I mean, that casing keeps the noise out anyway, but do this. Get a little fuzzy mic thing from Amazon. You could literally search like microphone dead cat or something. I forgot what I searched. I'll write it in like the description when I remember, or I'll just go check Amazon right now and just link it. And yeah, 3M tape and just cut it and paste it. Make a rectangle around the ports and just paste this right on top of both, and you will be good riding in the wind. Like, I've rode up to like 60 miles an hour, like straight into wind coming forward from the left, from the right, and it was still cool. So get on it.